She's got to push the buttons. She's got to push the buttons.
All right, it's time to hit the clock.
This is what we need to do better.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tony Pellegrino with Genright Off-Road, and this is a live tech talk that we do every Tuesday and Thursday, today being September 7th. Today we've got a special guest from Scosche, Nate himself. Nate, tell us a little bit about you and the company and how long you've been there.
Well, I'm Nate with Scosche. I've been at Scosche kind of on and off since 1997. So I've got a big hand in the development of the products and know a lot about the company and kind of help guide us onto where we're going to go and the products that we're going to come out with.
All right. So as always, we welcome your questions and comments. We're going to go over all these products, talk about all kinds of cool stuff. So just type in your questions and comments. We've got Jamie and Alex here in the studio to read off the questions to us. So we'll be happy to answer those best we can. Today's featured product, of course, is Scosche. So we're going to leave that there. We've got lots of stuff to talk about. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people don't even know about these products, but before we go into a lot of it, can you grab that clamp? I want to show people,
Yes.
like, I think that is really cool, and I'm hoping that alone will grip them.
Yep.
And really. So Alex, let's show them how this clamp goes in.
Yeah. This is our base clamp system, and the whole premise behind this is you've got two parts. You've got the base and you've got the clamp. What you do with this is you match up whatever tubing size you've got in your vehicle, all the way from 1 inch up to 2 inch. You match that with whatever base you're looking to install. That could be a whip mount like this one, fire extinguisher mount, phone mount, whatever the case. One-handed installation. So this snaps right over the tube and then locks into place. Once you secure that with the nut and bolt provided, you've got a secure mount and you're ready to roll.
Yeah, one of the things I liked, because I've installed some of the competitors' products, this holds the nuts, so you don't need a separate wrench. Just this clipping in, you're not like wrestling a bunch of things. Yeah. So that was one of the first things that really impressed me about that. And I was a Scosche customer right after that.
That's key. There's other ones out there, and it might not be as cumbersome on a simple one-piece installation that you're doing, but if you've got an 18-inch mirror that you're trying to put on and you're by yourself, it's virtually impossible by yourself with some of the other brands. Yeah. So we made our locking mechanism so that you could clip on one side, go to the other side, clip it in, tighten it up, and you can do it yourself.
And it'll all stay there while you're installing it.
It all stays. It's not going to fall down on you.
So why don't we just start going through the different products? I mean, we sell a ton of this stuff. Yep. And been happy with everything we've even touched. So yeah, let's just kind of educate everybody on what you got.
Well, I'll start not so much on the board, but a little bit about what Scosche does. So Scosche, they've been around 42 years now. We've evolved from in-vehicle product to integration into mounts and phone mounts and things like that. So we took our very successful Magic Mount phone mount line and brought it into the off-road market for side-by-side, UTV, marine, whatever the case. So we're going to start down here with our Magic Mount phone mounting system. Very simple to use. There's a plate that you stick on the back of your phone. If you've got a Qi wireless phone, you're going to want to put the plate towards the bottom so that you don't interfere with the charging cables. But mounting head, metal plate, just like that. Nice secure mount for multiple vehicle applications. So we've got in-vehicle stuff for car, motorcycle mounts, marine mounts, and then this is the base clamp mount for UTV and Jeep.
Yep, and you do a stick-on version of that too, like we got over there. You know, there's a variety of those things.
For the in the vehicle, we've got our dash adhesive mount. We've got vent mounts. We've got ones that kind of clip on so that you don't have to stick anything to your dash. I mean, a ton of different options, but they're all, the bottom line is magnetic mount. It's simple, it's fast, it's convenient, and it's secure.
Yep.
Along with phone mounts, fire extinguishers are the utmost importance in a UTV or in a Jeep. You've got a cage on your Jeep, you're out wheeling, something happens, you need to have a fire extinguisher handy. We decided to, similar system with the base clamp, one quick release. So one hand in, pull the fire extinguisher off. You're not fumbling around trying to get to your fire extinguisher in the event of an emergency. Put it right back on, and you've got the simple one hand lock and go. So,
There's a couple questions relating to the whole base clamp.
Okay.
okay.
Someone asked, will the mirrors clamp on a factory JKU cage? And someone else asked for a way to mount a fire extinguisher to a two-door J cage.
You know the cages on the JKs better than I. What factory cage? What diameter is that?
They're pretty big. I think they're 2 1/4.
Okay.
So
So the biggest size we currently go up to is a 2-inch.
which is the Genright cage, right? Our Genright JK cage is 2-inch.
2-inch. Okay,
yeah.
that's good information.
Yeah.
So 2-inch there. On a factory setup, you know, it's one of those things that it's pretty important to get the right size because that's what clamps on and gives you your tight fit. So unfortunately, we don't have anything bigger than a 2-inch at this time.
Okay, or do they go to something like this? Could they use that to hold a fire extinguisher?
You definitely use this to do the fire extinguisher. This is one of our other mounts that is a universal clamping mount. So what this does is it's got like a locking jaw. It can go anywhere from 1.5 up to, I believe, 2.5 or so. And it's just a couple of rubber straps and you would pull out. This happens to be our boom bottle waterproof wireless speaker. We'll talk about that later. But yes, fire extinguisher can go right in there. Same thing, pull the rubber straps down and you've got a secure mount for your fire extinguisher.
Okay, so hopefully that answers that one. And the mirrors, you're talking about the side mirrors, I'm assuming.
They didn't specify.
Yeah, because we run all those on our Jeeps.
Yep.
I really like how they're the convex, right? You can see the back tire.
Yeah, so that's our side mirror, fully adjustable. You bring this knob, unscrew this knob, it allows you to fold the mirror in, tighten it back up and adjust it. And again, it's with our base clamp system. So you just snap that over, lock it into place, throw the nut and bolt in, and then you've got a nice set of 5-inch convex side mirrors.
Yep. And part of what I like is if you're getting close to something, you just let it
Rotate
pivot
that
in.
knob. It's hard to do when you don't have something on there. But yeah, if it's
Pivot in.
secure, you just pull that in,
Yep.
push it back out when you're done.
Yep. So really, really nice. And we've got those on virtually everything. The Growler, the Terremoto. I mean, that's like our standard issue mirror.
And
these
those
days.
mirrors go right along with I brought it over here. The 9-inch. So
Yeah.
center vehicle, we have the 9-inch pano. And along with the 9-inch, there's an 18-inch version if you want a little bit more visibility on the sides.
So, and again, you use that clamp over the top of the cage and you're good to go.
So more on the base clamp line. This is a very cool piece. This is our adjustable whip flag mount. So once you get that mounted onto your vehicle, you've got an adjustment here. You turn multiple different ways and it just locks into place.
It's got teeth.
It's got teeth,
Yeah.
yes. It's hard to see, but it's got teeth in there. So once you get that dialed in, you tighten that nut up and then you lock it in. That's great for flags. That's great for CB antenna. It's great for a lot of other, I mean, virtually
I've used it
anything.
for all that, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
anything
great.
you could need. We've also got a really cool piece that suction cup mount, heavy duty suction cup mount. I don't have any here, but very cool for if you need a temporary mount. If you're RV and you need a whip flag or something on the outside of that, you can suction cup it right to the side.
Huh. Cool.
Along with the adjustable whip mount, we kind of touched on this is our fire extinguisher mount, our boom bottle mount, which is our weatherproof speaker. I actually use the same piece on my motorcycle. I've got an adventure bike, and I use it to carry an extra 1.5 liters of fuel. So
good idea.
in those metal fuel bottles, it just
idea.
drops right in. Same
Yeah.
thing, 2 straps.
Yeah.
It'll hold any round object up to 2.5 inches, and it just drops right in. Pull the straps over,
Yeah, that's cool.
nice and secure. These are great. We have a couple of different sizes. People use these to hold extra drive belts in their UTVs because you're always burning up the drive belts. You need a place to put
Yeah.
it. This keeps it kind of tucked
Yeah,
away.
I love this clamp is like ingenious. I love that clamp. I mean, obviously it's it's way overkill compared to something like this,
Yep,
but
yep.
it is a cool item.
It is. It's just a nice piece that's very universal,
Yeah.
and that's what what it's about.
Yeah, and I should tell everybody too, all the bolts, all this hardware is all stainless,
Everything's
which is
stainless.
really nice.
And great point. The black finish you see, other ones out there have it's anodized, right? So you got a nice aluminum part and it's anodized. I don't care how good you're anodizing in, what happens over time?
Fades.
It's going to fade.
Yep.
It's either going to turn gold or it's going to turn purple.
Yep.
100% of the time, guaranteed to happen. This is a UV coated resin. So these are all resin dips, so you don't get that fading. This will last virtually forever.
Stays black. Mine's been in the sun for a long time.
Yeah, that was an important thing that when we designed it, we talked about, because after time, you don't want the top of it to fade out, turn purple or gold. The rest of it looks,
Nice and black.
yeah, you've got your nice Jeep, you've got all your accessories, and they're all fading and turning different colors.
Yeah.
So that's important to note, that they're all UV resin coated.
Yep.
More of the base clamp product. These are very universal straps. So this happens to be our small one that you can just open up. Different sizes. This one holds a flashlight perfectly, other accessories that you might have. Similar to this strap system where you just pull it down and lock it into place.
Oh, it grabs on those little teeth.
Grabs onto these little teeth here. We have these available in both small and large. So you can fit a number of different things. I was talking to you, Tony, earlier about a lot of people asking about our parts and wanting to mount them on flat surfaces. So new this year, going to be out in about a month and a half, we've got a flat adapter. So imagine being able to put a Scosche fire extinguisher base clamp mount right by the door in your RV. You can do that now with the flat adapter. You can throw whips on the side of your trailer. You can throw these inside the trailer to hold flashlights and tools and things like that.
So does it still use this part, and whatever clips in is just flat?
It does. It does. So instead of having a round tube here, it's basically a block that you'd put a bolt through, and then it just allows you the legs basically that you'd snap your base clamp into. So similar situation there.
Something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, floor on the seat of the Jeep, on the sides of some doors. People just want to throw a flat adapter on there and throw some mirrors on. Everybody needs a way to mount something, and this will give you another option. So
yeah, that's cool.
And for you side-by-side guys out there, you may be familiar with this funny shaped cage. These are on all the new Polaris Rangers and Can-Ams.
Wow.
This is called the ProFit cage. So these clamps are going to be shipping shortly to be able to allow any one of the base clamp products onto the ProFit cages.
Yep.
So.
And that handle also works with a round clamp as well.
Handle.
Which is super handy.
Awesome grab handle. It's all rubberized. It's ergonomic so that you grab it. It's not sharp. It doesn't hurt your hand when you go to grab it. A very durable thing. That's something about Scosche. We just kind of think things through. We're all users of the product. So we're out there testing, we're out there using, and if we don't like it, well, we know you're not going to like it. So we're out there beating stuff up.
That's the same as Genright.
Exactly. It's the only way to do things. It's the way to do it right. You're not sitting behind a desk designing something. Go out and give it a shot. Go out and give it a shot.
Lots of people are commenting, I love my Scosche fire extinguisher mount, I love my Scosche grab handle.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
Plenty of those comments.
That's cool. I'll be honest, I love Scosche. I love working at Scosche and helping develop products. They're things everybody needs. You know, everybody needs it, and a lot of people are familiar with Scosche. People have Scosche and don't even realize it because it's a mount in their car, a cable they plug in to charge. So
yeah, and it's becoming a much more mainstream product too.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, you can find it at Costco and other places. Now they don't have the super wide variety, but on our website you can find a lot of this stuff. Certainly your website you can find all this stuff. So it's definitely available, and I'm using it on my Harley and my RV, on my Jeep. You know, even here in the studio we got it all over the place. So.
Yeah, it's anywhere with the Magic Mount system. It's universal. Anywhere you need to mount something, no matter what it is, it can hold your keys. We had a conversation earlier. Ceiling fans in my house, they all came with remotes and no way to put them anywhere. Well, what's going to happen to a remote in the house? It's going to get lost. So now they're all by the walls. Drop on your remote, you never lose it.
Yep.
So.
Super nice.
Along with the base clamp product, a number of other things that are off-road and Jeep kind of applicable. Power inverters. It's becoming a much bigger market. They were real popular way back when, and then they kind of tapered out, and now they're coming back. And really, the technology that drives that has a lot to do with it. You can have a much smaller power inverter now with more power than some of the large. Remember the old
ones?
Yeah, the real big, and you could barely run anything off of it. Good luck. This one, 200 watts.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, 200 watt power inverter. This is going to be great if you're on the trail and you need to charge camera batteries, phone batteries, laptops, whatever it is. If you're out traveling, you drop that right, plug it into the cigarette lighter, or you can plug it directly to the battery, and you can have 3 110 outputs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, nice and easy.
And
to use.
and they're the grounded style, not just a 2-plug.
Right.
Yeah.
You can run your small compressor for an air mattress or whatever. You're not running a coffee pot off of this, but
Right.
hopefully when you're out camping, you're doing over the board drip. That's the only way to do it, right? You don't need to take your Keurig out to the desert. So
Nice.
unless you
Okay, so now that we talked about that, let's talk about that. The jump box.
again, you're out in the desert, you need power, right? This is the Scosche PBJ 700 power jumper. So what this does is you leave this in your vehicle. It comes with a nice mounting case. You've got 2 USB-A outputs right there. You've got a little flashlight. This will jumpstart your vehicle 6, 7, 8 times. This will do a full-size diesel truck, no problem. It's got a boost mode on there, so if the battery is below 10 volts, a lot of the old jumpers out there won't recognize the battery because it thinks it's bad if it's under a certain voltage. So what this does is you push that boost button down, it bypasses the safety feature, and it lets you jump it. It's one of those things like, hey, I know the battery's good, it's just extra dead, I need to get out of the situation I'm in, push and hold that, throw this on, fire it right up and go.
Yeah, I use this all the time just to like charge my phone.
Yep.
Because it's got the USB plugs on it.
Exactly.
And it lasts forever doing that stuff.
I've got one in my motorcycle. I've got the smaller version. We have the 300. I've got the smaller version of my motorcycle. And when you're out doing a 2-day ride in the middle of nowhere, you've got to charge your devices, right? So you plug this in at camp at night. It'll charge your phone multiple times, along with everybody else's in camp. So just great things to have. That's what Scosche does. We have solutions. We have solutions. Everybody needs to mount a phone. And it helps that we go out, we test the product, we do it. So we go out there and go, man, I wish I had something that did this. Well, we come back to the office, we talk about it, we meet about it and go, all right, what can we do? What can we make to solve this problem?
Yep. Yeah, and the boom bottle was all about having some music in your side-by-side or Jeep or whatever, and that's a Bluetooth thing if they don't know about that.
Yeah, so these
and the phone.
Yeah, so
right, sticks right to the top.
So that actually holds your phone. It's also got a magnet on the bottom. So if side of your vehicle, if you're out in your RV and you've got your refrigerator cover, something, just stick it right to it. So it's got a bottle opener on there if you need to have a beverage after a long day of riding.
Of course, a root beer.
Have a root beer on the trail. Open that right up. It's got all your controls there. Charge port. Close it up. You still have full control. Great little music player there.
Yeah, they really are. They sound good. They play for a long time.
You can pair 2 of them up together and have stereo.
Yep.
Quite a distance away, and they sound amazing. It's just cool things to have at camp.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's because it's ruggedized, waterproof, right? You don't have to worry about mud hitting it and stuff. You're just like, oh well.
That's exactly right. Everything we do is kind of purpose built. It's done and it's tested. If we go out there and break it the first time out, well, obviously it's not something that we're...
Well, yeah, and for our environment, I mean, it's going to get wet. It's going to get dirty. It's just the way it is, right? You
it's got to last.
Treat it.
Yep, it's got to last.
China.
And that's why, the UV coating and everything we do with the O-rings and helps prevent rattle. The Magic Mount phone mounting system is awesome because it's just... When you get out of your vehicle and you get into your office, you want to mount your phone. When you get out, you throw it in your motorcycle, you want to mount the phone the same way. You get in your RV, what do you want to do? I want to mount the phone the same way. You've already got the metal plate on your phone.
On the back. It's
already there. Just take advantage of it and mount it everywhere.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. More questions, guys?
Small reminder to repeat the question.
I gotcha. Okay.
Al said they sound like the teacher on Peanuts.
Yeah. Like right.
Dylan asked, could you guys and gals at Scosche come out with a power tank mount?
Oh, so the question was, could they come out with a power tank mount? They're big. It's like the CO2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be something. So similar in form to just a big fire extinguisher mount, but it's super heavy duty.
Yeah.
What do you do in a situation with mounting one of those now?
They have an aluminum bracket that you screw down, but it's okay. It's kind of quick release and
something definitely to look at. I'm not familiar with it, but we can definitely.
And they make them in different sizes. This is probably the medium size.
Okay.
So.
Definitely, good question, and that's how we come up with our new ideas. So.
Yep.
Ryan on YouTube asked, what is the Scosche model for the cell phone magnet mount for a roll cage on a side-by-side? It's on your website right now.
That's going to be the PSM 31002.
So that's
that's going to be for the base. That's going to be the head and the base. And then on our website, it will require you to select what cage size you have.
so and this thing is adjustable, right? You cranked it.
Yep.
So you can move it to the side, flip it around, it's really nice. So it really gives you a variety of, and you can even give it so it has a little bit of firmness, but still move it. Saved it.
Good thing for fake phones.
So,
Any other questions? That's it. We're caught up for now.
are we? And I got this one, right? I mean, we got more stuff to talk about,
Right. Walking around the shop,
yeah,
seeing all the
because
different
we got them all over the place,
Mounts are everywhere.
right? So I use this one on my desk,
Yep.
right? So I just put it down, and then when I get to my desk, I just stick my phone on there,
Nice. and
plug it
easy.
in. Now you guys make a version of this for that I've got in my truck that clamps on and charges wireless.
Yep.
That's really cool too.
Yeah, so we've got a full line of not only the kind of the static chargers, we've got multiple different options when it comes to wireless charging. So that's definitely something that more and more phones are coming out with wireless charging. You're going to have multiple different options. So we've got our standard cradle mounts where you just kind of set the phone in, squeeze the arms, it'll wirelessly charge. We've got our magnetic chargers. So it's got a little magnet top and bottom, drop right in. We've got all the new mounts available soon for the Apple MagSafe. So if you've got a new iPhone, it's got the kind of the round magnet on the back. We've got all the new mounts for that coming, as well as a really cool one called Magic Grip. And what that does is once you place your phone in and it senses the wireless coils, it closes the arms.
Yes, that's what I have in my truck.
Yeah, and it's the nice thing about Magic Grip is it's the same simple, easy to use mounting solution as the Magic Mount,
Yeah.
right? So you can still get in, set your phone down, and it grabs it without having to think about it.
And then you just pry it out
and then you just grab it and pull it out. So
And then we found this mirror.
perfect. We talked about the 9-inch mirror earlier. This is our 18-inch pano mirror. So you've got a lot of visibility there. These are really good in Jeeps and in side-by-sides because you get a lot of that side visibility as well.
Yep.
And you could imagine, let's pretend you could imagine that you're doing this by yourself and you clamp this on and it doesn't want to stay. How do you hold this up and get two clamps on at the same time? Right? With the Scosche mount, you just clip it in and it will hold on there by itself once it's got the tension so that you can move to the other side and clamp the other side.
Yeah, it creates tension once you snap it over the tube. Yeah.
So Scosche, kind of getting back to, we've talked a lot about base clamp, which is our side-by-side and Jeep product. When it comes to motorcycles, there's so many different variations of motorcycle mounts. That's kind of in our Terra clamp line. So you'll notice that if you go to the website, you'll be able to see different handlebar mounts, fork stem mounts, just more options to mount in
and mountain
phones
bikes.
and motorcycles.
But,
We have a full line of mountain bike things.
So I actually use one of these to hold my Garmin GPS.
Yes.
Right? Because I got so used to using my phone, I'm like, this would be great for my GPS.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's the thing. The Magic Mount system, the Magic Mount family, it's not limited to phones. It will really hold anything. And the different plates that come with it, you've got different thicknesses and different kind of use cases. If you've got a heavy item, it doesn't matter. It'll hold up to 3 pounds.
Yeah, so like an
pretty heavy.
iPad.
Yeah, it'll hold an iPad, no problem. GPS on an iPad.
Yep.
You got, OnX off-road, you're sitting there doing that. You can throw your iPad up with all your visuals right there.
Yep.
So lots of different options when it comes to that.
More questions?
What iPhone models does the wireless charging support?
So what the question was about iPhones and what wireless charging. So iPhone 8 and above has wireless charging. So if you've got an iPhone 8, an iPhone 10, 11, 12, you've got wireless charging. And what that means is you've got coils that are built into your phone, so you don't need to plug in your lightning cable to charge. So you've got your charging pad. Don't have one here to show, but it's a charging pad that you basically just set your phone on, and it wirelessly charges right through the back of the phone. So iPhone up and later, and I want to say like Samsung with the S6 and up. So really the last like 4 years, you've seen a lot more phones with wireless charging.
Yeah, mine's a 10 and it's got it.
Yeah, and it's convenient.
Yeah,
it's
it really
convenient.
is.
It's just nice, especially at home and in the car, to not have to fumble with the cable to try to plug in.
Yeah.
You just drop it down, it charges, and it goes.
Yep.
So,
how many boom bottles can be paired together?
how many boom bottles could be paired together? you can currently pair 2 boom bottles together.
Yeah, we got something special. We were able to get 2 sets paired together.
Somebody makes a little adapter,
Yeah.
that you can plug in,
But
and
I know you guys sell them by the pair, right?
it changes something in the way that it does it, and you can link more together. Through the little input jack on the back.
So, what else you got? We're doing pretty good. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
A couple of fast talkers here.
let's talk about other stuff. What about that base unit that I've got in the RV?
Okay, so Tony's talking about the base links, and what the base links is, it's a modular system that you can add and accessorize together. So you've got a vertical pad that you could hold devices upright, up to 3 devices. You've got an Apple Watch charger that you've got, and then you've got a charging pad you put your phone flat on, and those link together. So you buy one, you take the end cap off, and you just snap the other one right into it. So you can extend, depending on what base part you have, you can extend up to 6, 7 units together.
Yeah, I think I've got 4 together.
Yeah, and it's a nice. It creates a nice charging station.
It really does.
You can put everything together. It's all simple in one place. You're only taking up one power cord at the house, and you can control all these devices. On the back of them, they have Type A's and Type C's so that you can charge devices. It's a really slick setup, and that's the thing. We have so many different products to look at. Just quick background on Scosche. I think I mentioned earlier, we started 42 years ago with vehicle integration. I want to put a new radio in my car. What do? Well, you've got to get a Scosche interface and a Scosche dash kit to be able to adapt that radio to fit in your vehicle. So that's kind of how we started. And then it grew into CD cases. Everybody wanted to have 100 CDs in their car. 200, 300, right? We all had those big cases that you'd flip through.
Yeah, flip through like a photo album.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully they're in alphabetical order and I can find what I want. And then your favorite band comes out with a new one. You got to rearrange the whole thing. Now you don't have to do that. But we had the whole line of CD folders. And then that kind of, all of a sudden CDs went away and it got into MP3s. So we got into MP3 accessories, cases, headphones, chargers, things like that. And here we are. Everybody lives with their phone, their mobile device. And they need to charge it on the go. They want to listen to it wherever they're at. They need a way to mount it, and we provide those solutions. Everything from our heavy-duty cables. That's
what I was going to talk about was the cables, because they're really nice. They the way the ends are done, they don't just break off like everything else.
Nice aluminum ends with additional strain relief, and they're anti-tangle. So lifetime warranty as well. The cable that comes with your phone is not designed to plug in and out multiple times. They think you're going to go home at the end of the night, plug it in, leave it, come back in the morning and unplug it. And that's not the case, especially off-road, in the desert, on your motorcycle.
You want to take it out, take pictures, put it back, right?
So all of the Scosche cables are lifetime warranty, available in multi-lengths between 1 foot, 4 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot. So you've got a lot of options. The 10-foot cable, you talk about 10-foot, people go, wow, what do you need 10 feet for? How many times you sit on the couch and you need to be able to plug in behind the couch and still want to use your phone, right? 10-foot cables, we sell a ton of 10-foot cables. So,
and I use a lot of the short ones, right? Because I just need to go that far, and I don't want a cable all over the place.
Yeah, you don't need 10 feet of cable in the car, right? So in the car, the 1-footers are great, right out of your charge port into your phone. So we offer so many solutions, heart rate monitors, phone chargers, all the new phones. I don't know if you guys know this, but all the new Apple phones don't come with home chargers.
What?
Yeah, they cost savings. They don't come with home chargers, right? They give you the phone.
Phone didn't go down in price.
Phone didn't go down in price, but now you don't get a phone charger. They claim that they're trying to help because everybody's already got a phone charger. They're trying to save the environment,
Oh, yeah.
But the new phones are capable of fast charging, the power delivery fast charge. Guess what? Scosche has the fastest charging little mini cube on the market.
Really?
So you could purchase one of those. You could charge your phone up in record time with the little Scosche power delivery fast chargers.
That's cool. We got more questions.
I feel a question.
There's a couple of comments. Someone says they have 4 of your small magnets in their differential, which they probably maybe got from you.
Oh. Yep.
2 questions about the dash cams.
Okay.
Can you use it to film your trail adventure?
Interesting. So a question about our dash cams. I hadn't touched on those yet.
Is that the Nexar one?
Yeah, we've got a dash cam that's we've got we work with Nexar on it. And what that is, it's an app that records your drives. It saves your footage of what happens during your drive. In the event of an accident, you can print up an accident report directly from your phone. And we got asked about, can I use that on my trail rides? Actually, that is one of the things that we're in discussion with, doing kind of a trail mode or an off-road mode, adventure mode, so that you can turn off all the GPS,
like G-force.
The G-force, right? You can turn some of those sensors off that would trigger events, but you can leave the ones on that would help you guide you down a trail and be able to see and overlay some cool information for you on the trail.
That would be cool.
Can you make a camera system that we could live stream from the race car? This is
Oh, wow.
Again, these are all things that we're talking about. We've got great technology with the app and what it can do, tracking and things like that. We've got a great camera, and now we're starting to kind of open up more and go, hey, what can we do? Well, the question was about live streaming a drive or live streaming an event at a race in the car, and those are all things that we're looking at. We've got a roadmap of where we want to go, and these are all things that are kind of on that roadmap, because people, thought they just wanted a basic dash cam in their car, but they don't. They want a lot more than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you going to be at the Sand Sports Show at the OC Fairgrounds?
We will not, Scosche will not directly be at the Sand Sports Show, but a number of our partners will be.
And dealers, yeah.
Dealers, and they'll have product available in their booth.
Yep.
So you'll see plenty of Scosche, just not Scosche.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but all the rugged radios now, the microphone is the magnet mount, right? Like it's so popular across everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, we work with Rugged as well, along with you and Camberg, and kind of that group of guys that all work together and feed ideas off of each other. Yeah. And yeah, they with their hand mics, all of our magic mounts are included now. Yeah. It's a much simpler solution.
Well, I took mine once I saw that. I ground off the little thing and slapped on a plate, and I was good to go.
It's such a great option. You just throw it over there and it sticks.
Yep.
So.
Love it.
All right, more questions?
I don't have anything right now.
I was going to ask you something I saw. Wasn't it a little plate kit that you can buy?
Yes.
So if you want more plates, right?
If you get a new phone, if you get multiple devices, you can buy more plate. You can buy an extra plate kit. So those are available on our website. We've got a number of different options available, but typically what it'll do is it'll come with 3 different plate sizes depending on what you're using. So with all of our power sports mounts and our base clamp products, they come with the plate that you've got on your phone, the extra heavy duty thick plate. Because we don't want that thing falling off. It does come with some rubber straps that you can use if you'd like, but I can tell you with certainty that you don't always have to use those rubber straps, especially if you're just putting around. I've actually done some personal crash testing on my motorcycle with the Magic Mount system.
On purpose or by accident?
Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. I was purposely trying to test them out. I went down pretty good, and phone stayed in place. Nice. I got up, and after the dust cleared, I kind of shook off. I looked over, and there was my phone.
There it is. Nice.
right there on the phone mount. So if you YouTube, might even be on our website. One of our buddies does backflips on the motorcycles, and he has his Magic Mount on there. Wow. Takes his phone off, does a backflip, puts his phone on halfway through the backflip, and then lands. So, and then Tony's got all of his footage out there
we pre-run. I literally pre-run with my phone right there.
Yep, and it doesn't move.
Never falls off.
It doesn't move.
My friends are amazed. They're like, "No way, I'm getting one of those."
Yeah,
so.
it's a cool system. Yeah. I love it, and we get more and more amazed. One of our other ambassadors, Fisherman, he sent us a video of him on his fishing boat, and he's got his Magic Mount over to the right-hand side.
On the outside.
There's the water. And he's filming going, hey, how great is this? Check it out. I'm going to drop my phone on. And he takes off and starts blasting through the lake. And that phone's just sitting there, and we're all cringing going, okay, at what point is this going to come off? And it doesn't, So that's the confidence that people have in our phone mounts.
Yeah,
it's a great system. You're gonna walk through the house and go, oh, I want to mount this, I want to mount this, I want to mount this. It holds your keys. At Fisherman, it holds all your fishing hooks and all your lures.
Yeah.
So we've got guys that use them in their boats because it helps when you're out there and you need quick access to things. You can hang up all your stuff that you need right there, and you can just grab it and go.
You mentioned the remote that one time, and then I saw my wife put one on one of the kitchen cabinets, so she puts her iPad in there for, watching cooking stuff.
That's awesome.
It's just everywhere. You start opening your mind to it, and you can use them everywhere.
My neighbor got a new RV, and it had one of the big bay doors that opened up, and there was no latch for the door. So we had no way to hold it. Well, Magic Mount to the rescue. Stick a Magic Mount right on the door with a little metal plate. Now he can open up his door, and it doesn't smack him in the head when he's getting in and out of the RV.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things that you just kind of walk around going, okay, what can I stick to what, you know? So,
Good stuff.
any other questions coming in?
What else we got, James?
Will the Magic Mount hold the weight of a tablet?
Yes, up to I think we say up to 3 pounds. And it all depends on what you're doing with it, right? If you throw the tablet on and you want to blitz through the desert at 110, you might have some issues with some of those stronger bumps. But yeah, for the most part, you're going to have no issues with a tablet.
Yeah, and Alex, like this mount here, this is the bigger one versus like that mount we have over there.
Yeah, this is
Or
what we
this
call
one, or this one.
Yeah, this is what we call our XL head.
Right.
This is our standard car mount. It comes in, like I said, the dash, vent mount.
I use a vent mount in my truck too
Suction
for
cup,
passengers,
which is
suction
great
cup.
if you want to go from vehicle to vehicle.
Yeah.
And then we've got the larger head for kind of more of the off-road type stuff.
So this one, when you put on the bigger plate, you know, that baby's on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like you said, GPS.
Yeah.
Mount your GPS unit too. I've got 3 of them on my motorcycle. I've got my GPS, and I've got my phone, and I've got, you know, whatever else needs to go there. They're all lined up for testing.
Yeah.
We're testing. So, like I said, mounts for every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's home, on the road, on the go. When I travel, I keep a Magic Mount vent mount in my backpack, so that when I'm out figuring out where I need to go in the new town that I've never been to, pull the vent mount out of my pocket, stick it on the vent, and I've got my Magic Mount.
Yeah, but like in a rental car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Magic Mount vent. It's the only way to go.
It's the only way to go. Because you start getting used to it in your car, and then you're like, new cars are all curved. Where do you put your phone anymore?
It's
you know,
just ridiculous.
What do you got, Alex?
How does the wireless charging work with the metal plate on the back of the phone?
So that's the case where if you've got wireless charging, you need to attach the metal plate down below. So your Qi coils are going to be right in the middle. And if you when you buy the Magic Mount system, it'll actually give you a template to put on there to avoid the Qi coils. So it keeps one plate low and it keeps one plate up here to keep that center area open.
Like mine.
Yep, just like Tony's got. Keeps that center open. And the thing is we have on our wireless Qi charging foreign object detection. And what happens is if you've got that metal plate there and you put it on the wireless charger, it'll start blinking and it'll error out. And
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the less expensive. Now this is something important to note. Less expensive wireless chargers don't have the foreign object detection. And what happens is you put your phone on there, you might have a metal plate or something.
And you think it's charging.
You think it's charging, and not only do you think it's charging, but it's not, it's actually heating up. So you go to grab your phone and you're going to burn yourself because the charger continues to try to charge and doesn't know.
That's not good.
Yeah, and we've heard stories that, you know, some of the OEMs, before they really understood the wireless charging, put wireless charging in there. And we heard this directly from some of the service bays. The service guys would throw the keys down on the console, right on the Qi pad. And they'd go to grab the keys and it'd burn them because it sensed something there and it would try to heat it up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's all about, you know, when you're buying products, when you're buying, whether it's base clamp, whether it's phone mounts, whatever it is, it's important to buy from a reputable company that does thorough testing, you know.
Well, and this is what you guys do, you know. Right. So.
Right. It's like Tony. It's like your parts. You know, you need somebody that's gone out there and beat them up and stands behind the product.
That's right.
And we offer lifetime warranties on a lot of our products because we believe in them and we know that you know, sure, is there an opportunity for an issue? There's always an opportunity, right?
Anybody can break anything,
And
right?
if you have a teenager, you know what we're talking about, right? They break the lifetime warranty cables and it baffles me, but you know, that's a story for another day. But it's important to go. You know, when we're talking about charging and wireless charging here and charging 110 and converting power, it's important that you've got those safety precautions. Our jumpers have the most safety features of any other ones on the market. Some of the less expensive jumpers, if your wife's using this and she goes and accidentally puts these backwards, well, what's going to happen? It's going to burn up and it's going to smoke. Scosche has a smart circuit in there, so if it knows that it's not right, it won't work. It won't work. Other jumpers out there, they once the vehicle jump starts, the battery in the vehicle will actually backfeed and charge into the jumper. And if you don't get that off fast enough, it can catch fire. And we've seen situations where this happens. With Scosche, once it runs and it knows the vehicle is running because it knows the voltage, it turns itself off.
Nice.
So these are just certain precautions.
Well, and even like these, like you can't spark these out, right? They're all covered except for the teeth.
Yep.
So that's really nice too.
Yep. And it's
because that's something I always worry about, you know, just trying to handle it.
We're on right here, right?
Yeah.
What you hold that for me for a second? What happens if I touch these together and this has power? Nothing.
Wow.
nothing happens.
Wow.
You've got a cheap jumper. Would you dare?
You're welding.
Yeah, right. You're welding. Would you dare to do that? No. It's because Scosche has the safety precautions.
Nice.
All of our jumpers have that. We've got the 300. This is the 700. We've got a couple of new flashlight jumpers. That's a 400 amp charge jumper
yeah,
with the
I
big
think I have one
flashlight.
of those, yeah.
And then the new 600 amp jumper that'll charge a V8. So this will work on diesels and V8s. I highly recommend it. I've heard stories from some of our associates and partners. They've jump-started 5 diesel trucks without having to recharge this.
Wow.
So it's a lot of power built in there.
And what's the price range on that?
You're like $99.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
and it comes in this
nice little case.
bitchin' little case.
Which has the charger thing in it.
And it comes with all the different chargers. It comes with the wall charger as well as your little accessory port.
Oh.
So if you're out camping and you need to, get your air mattress, you could just plug your compressor right directly into that.
That's cool.
Any more questions?
That's something every Jeep guy should have.
It's fantastic. I mean, how many times you're on the trail you want to just hang out and sit for a while?
Yeah.
Inevitably, somebody's going to get a dead battery.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we talked to one of our
one of the reasons I went to one of these speakers, right? So you're not playing the Jeep anymore. Now you just bring the speaker over.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
You covered it earlier, but anything to mount to the Genright cage that has a flashlight mount on a quick disconnect like the fire extinguisher.
The fastest quick release mount that we'll have would be these rubber straps. So you'd use whatever tube size you need with the base, and then we've got 2 different options when it comes to the rubber strap. So this is the small, and then we've got a larger one. This will hold up to about 1.5 inch. The larger one will hold about 2.5 inch. So a pretty good size.
That is
pretty good size flashlight. But yeah, this is going to be your best bet for something simple and quick release. It's just a little rubber strap that goes on there and it secures easily.
That's all that kind of breaks down.
Yeah, you've got a number of the products on your website. I know your customers use them. I see their posts talking about all their new Scosche products on their Genright cage.
Yeah, it's super handy. And Alex, I don't know if you can see back here, but we even have one just mounted back here that I can put my phone on, and we got them all over the shop.
Right.
The one thing we haven't talked about is this little guy.
I love that. That's one of my favorite ones.
So this goes to
right
anything metal.
Metal toolbox.
Right?
Perfect.
Right? It sticks right there.
So again, this is a little double-sided rubber magnet. So it's just a little piece of rubber that's got magnets in it.
It won't hurt the paint.
Yep,
Yeah, you can do it on the front side right here.
Right here. So that sticks on, and then if you're working in the shop, you stick your phone right on the side.
I've got one on the lift pole in here.
Yep.
And that's where
Those are cool.
They're really cool. And those come in different sizes too, don't they?
These ones only come in that size.
That size.
2-pack.
Okay.
So, and we've got a lot of guys. I mean, there's so many uses for these. We actually do these with the fire department when they're out fighting fires. Our local fire department, they take these and put the topography maps right up on the side of the vehicle, stick these on for all the 4 corners, so now everybody can come around and see what's going on without having to try to fight it and hold it.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That's
just
that's
amazing,
great.
amazing little pieces that really solve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
That you didn't know you had, kind of thing. So.
And then this is the kind of thing too where you can take another one of those little metal plates, stick it onto something, stick this to it.
Yep.
Even if it's not magnetic, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, you can get really creative with these things. So.
Yeah, lots of different mounting options. With our Terra clamp line, the one I talked about for motorcycles, just a ton of different options there. We've got some new parts coming out too, some new heads. So this is the magnetic head. We have a new head coming out that's just a standard cradle mount, which is good for motorcycle. If you don't want to have wireless charging on the motorcycle or your bike, you can have a standard cradle mount, so that you don't have to put a metal plate on. But again, like Magic Grip, very simple solution. One hand in, one hand out.
I've been waiting for the cradle with a small thing, so that, because the cradle sometimes, when you're bouncing around, if it just had a little bit of magnet back there, man, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, we've got some new pieces coming that we'll address. With that new Apple MagSafe, if you're not familiar with MagSafe, just kind of a brief overview, there's a little ring of magnets on the back of the phone around the Qi wireless coil.
Oh.
And there's a line of accessories that you can put a wallet on the back, you can put different things on. And that's it's a way to help ensure that your coils are lined up, because if you drop your wireless phone onto Qi charger and it's not lined up, it's not going to charge properly. So this kind of helps ensure alignment, and we have a number of new mounts that are going to be able to have utilize that MagSafe solution in your vehicles.
I noticed on my phone, on some of your wireless, they light up like blue.
Yep.
you know, so I can tell, okay, it's actually charging.
Right, that's key. It turns blue or red if there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, and if without those lights, you wouldn't know in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and then meantime, you're counting on it charging, and you come back
Go
and
pick it up.
I didn't charge it all.
What the heck, you
Right.
know? So it happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
So, Scosches, we have accessories that everybody needs, right? Everybody has a phone. Everybody needs to charge it. Everybody's out and about. We've got small portable batteries to charge your devices. We've got large portable batteries. You know, we have everything in between. So our motto is, our tagline is accessories for life. And that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Just accessories that everybody uses. It's a great product. It's all tried and true. We've been out there. You can find us in a lot of the major retailers. You know, with different levels of product, different brands or different product. This is a little more niche product that you're going to find on
The power sports stuff, right?
Genright, rugged radios,
Yep.
Scosche. You know, we're gonna have these more niche products for off road.
Yeah.
But it's a very well known thing, and we get into a lot of different markets. So.
And well made.
Sort of off topic, but
Okay.
a handgun.
So that is actually, again, what is a handgun made of?
Metal. It sticks right to it.
We've gotten customers that have sent us images of like, hey, this is great. I love my Magic mount. And they just stick their handgun right to the side of the mount. So we don't make a specific handgun mount, but we've got this head without the ball assembly. So it's a flush mount. And it's just got 3M adhesive on the back.
Yes, that's what my wife uses, like in the kitchen on the cabinet.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that you could stick to the side of a console
Yep.
and you could just drop it right on the side.
Yep.
So yes and no.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with these products, go to their website, go to ours. I mean, they obviously have more on their website to see all the different options. There's a lot of different options.
Yeah, you guys cover all the off-road parts.
Yeah, right.
We cover all the home and all the everything else.
So. Yeah, there's a lot for home office. And like I say, I'm using it in my truck. I'm using it in my RV. I mean, once you get this stuff and used to it, you just start using it everywhere.
Yeah,
or
it's
you
nice.
want it everywhere.
I always like to tell people, you know, I've got a phone mount here and here and here and here, and you know what? I'd have them all even if I didn't work there.
Yeah.
Because it's the convenience of being able to mount your phone the same way every single
Every
time.
time.
And that, if people don't realize how important that is, but if you've got one brand that mounted in one vehicle and a different brand that mounts a different way in another vehicle, and you know, you're like, what am I doing? I want to get out of my car, throw it on my motorcycle, go ride, throw it on my boat, go ride, throw it on my UTV, throw it on my Jeep, have my GPS up, you know,
Well,
whatever the
even
case.
like here in the shop, you know, when I just don't want it sliding down or doing, you know,
Yep.
boom, right there, done.
Yep.
So pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
Very
just
nice.
it's nice product. Go check it out. If you've got product ideas and things, you know, the handgun mount is something that we've talked about. You know, those are ideas that we don't shy away from. Trust me, we're out off roading, and you know, what do you do when you're off road? And you enjoy what's out there. So we're all about getting out there and using the product. So
Yeah, very cool.
Dave Vincent asked, I use my iPad 2 when pre-running. What product can I use to support the weight through Baja terrain?
iPad through Baja terrain, iPad 2 through Baja terrain. So what you could do is in that case, you might do a dual head system.
That's what I was just going to say, with the thicker plates.
With the thicker plates.
And that's not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And we actually work with a company, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, called ProClip. And what they do is they make vehicle-specific mounts.
Oh, yeah. I got those in my jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
So awesome solution. We've got a number of them on our website, some of the top applications. That would be a perfect situation for that because you've got a nice vehicle-specific mount that is very secure, and then you could throw 2 Scosche flush mounts on there, and you could throw your iPad with 2 plates, and I assure you it wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Genright off-road, do you guys carry the sticky phone mount version or just cage side mounts?
We do have the sticky one, like is over there. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, those even come in like 2-packs and stuff.
Yep, we've got 2 packs. We've got extra adhesive if you get a new vehicle and you pull it off. If you ever need to get your Magic Mount off after you've stuck it to your dash, dental floss. Just take some dental floss behind it, and that'll pull it right
And
off.
how do you get rid of the sticky goop?
You just some, goof off or something, just kind
WD-40
of
or something, yeah.
right, something.
Okay.
So just something that's not going to hurt the dash. But yeah, we do have the additional adhesive pads for that as well.
Because that's special stuff, isn't it? 'Cause
It is.
It holds up good.
Yeah, it's a heavy duty automotive grade adhesive. So we've got the adhesive mounts, we've got the vent mounts, we've got suction cup mounts. Our suction cup mounts are cool because they've got it's what we call stick grip. And you remember those old sticky hands?
This thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got those sticky hands that the kids would throw up on the wall.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that material on the bottom of it. So once you stick that down, it not only creates a suction,
Yeah.
but it's got a light adhesive on there that helps it from moving around. Those are nice too. You move them around to different vehicles, windshields, flat dashboards,
Yeah,
desks.
glass. They're incredible
Yep.
on. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
Wow. We're doing pretty good. We got about 10 minutes left. So if you guys have any more questions, fire them in, and otherwise we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, questions or product suggestions.
Anything else new you want to talk about, or
We've got, we've
covered it pretty good.
Yeah, we've covered all the relevant product. We've got a number of new things coming. Like I said, the new cradle mounts, those new ProFit mounts for the off-road, Polaris Ranger, Can-Am Defender, those vehicles. And we have another couple of things that are coming down the pipe that are going to be pretty exciting. I don't want to talk about those just yet.
Okay.
But I gave you a little preview of that before. That's not quite ready to release to the public yet, but give me about 60 days on that one. And then
here's the bigger mount.
I forgot we had
That one we were showing you here. We've got it right here. So the bigger one's there.
Yep. Same thing. Just open it up, drop it in.
That's flexible too. You could almost use that for a gun.
Yeah, and actually we've used these combination of the large and the small for a shotgun on the back of a vehicle.
So there you go.
So,
and I wanted to show the handle again because if you've got one of our cages that you never installed the handles, this is a great way to go. Get the clips and put it right on.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
So yeah.
And then same thing, UTVs. You've got you've got a driver's side, but maybe not a passenger side. Throw one on the passenger side.
Well, and that's the other thing I was going to mention is, with the phone mounts, don't forget about the passenger side.
Right.
Right. I mean, that was as soon as I got my JL, the first thing I did was I'm getting one for both sides.
You got to have,
because I know my wife and everybody else now that works here has the mag mounts.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Someone asked for Jerome Balky.
Oh yeah.
Do you offer the plastic sticky clear that could protect a roll cage? Like when you put a base clamp over.
Yeah, it's included in all the.
Yeah, I saw some in here.
Let me dip off screen for a second.
I saw one in this box.
Oh yes. Yep.
Right there.
Yeah. So what we provide when you get your base clamp system is this little piece of plastic, and that just wraps over your cage so that when you go to where my clamp went.
Oh, right here.
When you go to snap it over, it protects the cage.
So you're just not scratching the heck out of the paint.
And then you just take that right out of there. So just another one of those things that Scosche, going through the motions.
Is thinking it through.
The arms here on this piece is tapered so that you don't have a hard leading edge going onto your cage. Again, something simple that just allows it to snap on better and allows that on. And if anybody needs extras of these or lost them and needs to move and replace, we have these available. So just give us a call.
Yeah. Great question. Great question. Doing pretty good?
Well, hopefully we answered all the questions.
Yeah,
right?
we did a good job.
And if you have any more, like I said, shoot an email to you guys, shoot an email to us, shoot a call, drop us a line, and give us ideas.
You said on your website you've even got that like instant chat thing or something.
Instant chat on the website. If you go there and have a question about any of the products, you can ask it. Inventory check. What do I need that fits this vehicle? We'll be able to answer any of your questions.
Yeah. And just a recap, the mirrors are super popular for our cages. Everybody, this is sold as a pair, and looks like this, right?
Yep.
And they come in, you get the clamps that you need for the size cage you have, and then you can mount these on there. Really nice. We're running them on all ours. And then the center rearview mirror, this one here, a lot of those are super popular as well.
It's kind of a nice combination right there. It gives you full visibility.
Yeah.
Then nothing left to look at when you got that.
Or bite you.
Right. Yeah. So, and fire extinguisher mount, it's a great piece. It's nice. It's an easy. We've got some of our ambassadors or race car drivers, and they mentioned, hey, I've got this, and it's kind of difficult to get out. And that's that situation where if there's an emergency, I don't need a fire extinguisher mount that's difficult.
Yeah.
I need something that I can push in, pull this out, and I can grab and go.
Yeah.
And if I was left-handed, I could do it all with the same hand. But it's one of those things that you need something fast and easy.
Yeah, I've got 3 of these in the Terremoto.
It's important. Yeah. It's important. And we do know right now this fits on a 3.5 inch. I think it was three.
There's a tape measure. Is it on the end right there?
Don't see a tape measure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, there we go.
What we got?
Let's get that. 3-inch.
3.
Was it 3?
A little bit over.
Yeah. So that was a fire extinguisher that was very popular when this model came out. Kitty has since come out with a little bit smaller fire extinguisher. So we're going to be making some adapters so that it'll work with some of the smaller fire extinguishers.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, because yours was a little smaller than the clamps? Yeah. I had
This
to
was
write
the
some tape
same.
on
Yeah,
mine,
this was
too.
the same size fire extinguisher since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So we came out with these clamps.
But
and-
I've been using the slightly bigger one, right? This is like a 1 pound.
Little narrow.
Yeah.
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 Yep. Yeah. We're gonna make an adapter to be able to fit all those different models. So, don't worry about that. If you've got a smaller one, a couple pieces of electrical tape will fix that for now until we come out with our solution.
And Jamer, you're running that center mirror, right?
Yeah, the center mirror and the
Side mirrors. Yep. And fire extinguisher mount. Yeah, I know you've got the phone stuff in there.
Yeah. You get fully dialed in with Scosche. Whip, phone, fire extinguisher,
Do it all.
flashlights, and mirrors. I mean, what more, you're set.
I like this one because you can adjust the angle. A lot of the other ones are just flat.
Yeah, and everybody's cage, with their UTV, are a little bit different,
Yeah.
and it does not allow you, here's a 90 or here's a
Yeah.
But with this, you've literally got.
Yeah, because my cage tube comes down at an angle, and I was able to just find the right.
Yep.
Yep.
I want to say there's like 27 different,
Yeah.
locations to
Yeah.
get there. Look, I can't say that we're going to get every single one to the 90,
But close
but you're
enough.
going to get pretty darn close. So.
Yeah. So. Doing pretty good.
Cool.
All right, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks everybody for watching. Check out these products on our website or on their website. They're really great. Like I said, we're using them on everything, and you will be super happy. And of course, there's a lot more than we showed here today.
Yep.
We talked about all the power cords and everything else, but I'm sure each of you have seen 3 or 4 things that you should have in your Jeep. The jump box.
Yeah, the jumper
I mean,
key.
that alone.
I mean, just from a safety standpoint, jumper.
Super helpful.
It's one of those things you go, I never need to jump my vehicle. You don't realize how many times people ask you to help them jump your vehicle unless you've got one of these.
Yep.
Fortunately, you're at the grocery store, somebody does something, they come back out, they're like, hey, the car's dead. Gone are the days of trying to pull up as close as you can and get the extension, the jumpers
Just
out.
walk over with this.
Walk over, they look at it and go, that's never going to work. And you hook it up and it fires right up. And, it's a great story.
Yeah, and I like all the safeties built into that.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right, guys, thanks again, and I'll be back next Thursday. Right? Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Yep. So I'll be back on Thursday, and we'll have more great Jeep stuff to talk about.